What's up, everybody? It's Lou Vega from Superhome, yoursuperhome.com, coming to you with another video. And today we're going to be talking about how to extend the life of your electronic locks. You have keypad locks, you have smart locks at your property, but you really are running through batteries like crazy and you can't figure out why. You're constantly going to your property and putting new batteries in. It's a mess. How can we extend the life of your smart lock to give you and your tenants a better experience? Let's hop right in. All right, so the number 3 thing to look for when you're trying to extend the life of your battery on your smart locks are going to be the type of smart lock that you're using in the first place. So typically we'll find smart locks in the deadbolt category. And what this means is that there's out of a single and a double bore door. A double bore door has 2 holes, right? One on the bottom for a handle and one on the top. And then a single bore door is one that just has a handle only. So smart locks, typically you'll find them in the deadbolt category. Now, those type of electronic locks are a little heavier. They do require oftentimes a key at the front, and they have a larger component on the rear or the back side of the door. And so deadbolt locks are a little heavier and they do require it to retract when it's unlocking. And so this is heavier on the batteries. It's running a motor that has to open and contract a cylinder inside the deadbolt inside of the door. This is going to be a lot more excessive on your batteries, and it's going to require a little bit of a heavier change on your battery sets, especially in buildings where you have higher tenant or higher traffic. So one thing to consider is maybe not using a deadbolt and moving to a lever style lock, which doesn't require the lock to open and contract when it's being unlocked. So on a lever style lock, you have a single handle with a latch, and that latch doesn't come in and out. It stays the same, it stays stationary. And you as the guest is actually turning the lever to retract that lock. Now, since there's no motor and you're actually manually retracting the lock, it's only using electricity to release the lock from either lock position or an unlock position. Now, again, it's not retracting, so you're saving more energy on the battery. So lever locks tend to perform a little bit better when it comes to battery operation and extending the life of your particular smart lock. So if you have a double bore door and you want to move to a single bore setup, it's going to require a keyhole cover for your deadbolt. And they sell them at any hardware store. You can get them in different colors as well on Amazon. They have them in silver, or they have them in matte black. You can find them in different colors, but you'll cover up the first hole so there'll be no deadbolt or lock on the top hole, and you'll move to a lever only style lock. Okay, so the second way that you can use smart locks in your building, but also save on battery life if you're running through them too often, is going to be actually to not use it at all. So one of the things that we find a lot of landlords doing or property owners doing is that in extremely large buildings where they have a larger tenant count, over 5 units, if you have a main door and you have a smart lock on that particular door, the amount of traffic that lock is going to encounter on a day-to-day basis is going to be incredibly stressful on the batteries that you have on the lock. So especially if you have a deadbolt on the front as well, you're going to be running through batteries like crazy. So we recommend actually swapping out that lock for another type of access control solution. So specifically, if you're over 5 units, you're going to want to go with like an intercom and a buzzer system that's hardwired, that doesn't rely on batteries for your in and out access. So that is a number 1 surefire way to reduce the amount of batteries, is really to switch it to a completely different component altogether that doesn't run on batteries, particularly in units that are over 5 units. Okay, and the number 1 reason why you're probably burning through batteries like crazy is because you have a misalignment in your door frame. This has been the number 1 culprit to running electronic locks dead. It's because there's a misalignment between the actual door and the door frame. If you have an electronic lock, specifically a deadbolt, that is opening and retracting, and the hole in the door frame is not large enough to accommodate the deadbolt to sit properly, you're going to get a lot of friction and you're going to get a lot of rubbing. This friction is actually causing the motor to work twice as hard. And we don't want that. If the motor's working harder, that means your batteries are running out sooner. So you want to make sure that you have a very clean, open area for wherever your deadbolt's cylinder set is retracting or it's expanding into, so that it's not rubbing. Now, You may have installed this lock in the beginning and it wasn't rubbing. It was actually really smooth and really easy to lock and unlock, and there was no friction at all. And that's very common. What we find is as the seasons change and you have a, say for example, a wooden door frame, that door is going to change a little bit, right? So wood kind of expands and contracts a bit depending on the temperature and the weather. So you may have been fine today, but now you're not, and you're getting this rubbing and you don't know that this is happening. Tenants don't usually make note of that. They're not paying attention to that. And your lock, your smart lock is really, it's going through it. So one of the things is to make sure that's cleaned out. You can have a maintenance man go in there easily and just bore out the hole a little bit more so to make sure that the lock opens and retracts into that door frame without any friction whatsoever. It needs to be completely clean in order for your lock to perform at its best and peak efficiency. One additional fun tip, one final tip I'll give you is actually to change the battery type. We definitely want to stay away from the lithium ion batteries. Now we think in our mind that lithium ion batteries are going to last longer. They actually don't perform as well in electronic locks. You want alkaline batteries to be used in all of your smart locks. Those are going to be the best performers. And we recommend the ProCell battery line from Duracell. They're going to give you extended life and extended performance and allow you to stop going to the property so often. So we highly recommend using high quality alkaline batteries in your electronic locks. Do not use the lithium ion, especially the rechargeable batteries. They're no good and they're not going to give you the best performance for your electronic locks. All right, guys, so those are the top 3 ways to make sure you get the most extended life out of your smart locks. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you get notified every single time we go and release a new video. I'm Lou Vega from Superhome, yoursuperhome.com, and we'll catch you on the next one.